Welcome everyone to my other channel since my main channel got smacked in the face by YouTube again. Uh-oh. Is that me?
Who's that? Is that you?
I don't know. It heard me.
Not me.
So, all right. I don't think it was me. So, thanks for everyone joining the show. If you guys not watched the show before, I mean, how many more?
Is that? Who is that?
I hear your thing going off.
Yeah.
I hear his going off. It's like, dang. All right. Yeah, you sorted out over there with your phone alarms.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he is always popular on here.
I'm sorry.
Okay. No sound. No sound, Andrew. Okay.
Hello.
And I think Andrew's trying to sort out his sound. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
So
You can hear us, Andrew? Okay.
Yep, we got you.
Yep.
We got you. Thanks for everyone watching. Sorry that we're on this channel, and that's because we got in trouble with YouTube again for a video. So maybe I'll be back next week, and we'll be on my other channel. Fingers crossed on that one, and we'll see how that goes.
We didn't get in trouble with YouTube. You got in trouble with YouTube.
Yeah, well, yeah. Basically, it was my Turks videos that got nailed this past week. So it was funny. They nailed him on the Google Play Store and Play Protect, and they also got me on my videos that were the two shows that had his URL in there the same day or within a few hours. So obviously, it was a little issue for them. So we're here. We'll also probably be here on Friday. So if you want to watch on the show, if you guys not have watched this show before, what we do is we'll review a movie. We're more than happy for you to chat over on the side, post your thoughts. I will do my best to throw them up over here on the screen so people will read it. We will go through the movie. The four of us will go through that. Then I will put the link out there so that if you've watched the movie that we're reviewing, you're able to jump on the show. Tell us what you think of the movie, and then we will also talk about next week. Alban, since you're at my bottom right, how are you doing today?
I'm all right. How you guys doing?
Doing well. I hear you got your windows open and enjoying the fresh air.
It's 80-something degrees out today, and I'm loving it. But I got all these bikes that are, rolling up and down the road, and they're just torturing me.
They're like,
wham,
come on.
Yep, come on. Come out here and teach us how to fucking ride.
Yeah. So, Andrew, how are you doing tonight?
I'm freezing. It's been raining here all day.
How cold?
Because the weather's raining.
Yeah. So cold for you. Blue, how are you doing?
Almost 30 here.
So
No
30
way.
Celsius. 30 Celsius.
Oh, so that's what?
That's
80
like
some.
80.
Oh, okay.
A whole 80.
Oh,
That's hot enough for me. Especially with a car with black leather seats.
She says, I'm burning up. I was like, how hot is it? She goes, it's almost 80. I was like,
yeah, I'm a sweaty bastard, so it's like I could do without the heat. I prefer winter where I can put more clothes on.
So is that why they called you Mama Bear?
Mama Bear, who calls me that?
It's in my dreams, I guess.
Jesus.
Let's see. I will go through here and say hi to everyone. We got Roger over in here. Patty, thank you for finding the show. Oh, Michael Boss, he's found the show. I know that he's in the chat. Eddie. And let's see. So I think that was all that I saw from people. Trooper, thank you for joining. Your Trooper's in there. So I'm not sure if anybody else. I'm not sure if any of the.
Did you say Patty?
I saw Patty. Yep, Patty. Yep.
What about the beach?
I haven't seen him yet, so hopefully he finds. Hopefully
he finds. Did he make it home?
I think so. He sent me a message today. So yeah, that doesn't mean he's home, but he sent me a message today on Telegram. So Penn, thank you for your Penn's over here. So yeah, we got 10 people watching, which 4 of us. That's 6 more. I don't know if we count on. But again, we're gonna review a movie. Let's before we review The Vault, we will go through and I will just show you the options for next week. And what we want you to do is in the Player Pass Telegram group, vote for which one of those movies you would like us to review and for you to watch next week.
Voted.
All right, so you've already voted. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, so let me share screen.
Jim's in the house. Howdy, Jim.
Jim. Okay, so I'm going to go through the tabs here. I've got them all queued up for the movies.
That's
that
Mads Mikkelsen,
I guess.
I love him.
Yeah, Mads. Yeah, yeah.
Dude can do no wrong. Although he was in that one with where the men had the thoughts.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It wasn't his fault, though. He played a great Hannibal.
Yeah. What was that? That was the one with
Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, that was not such a good movie. All right, so one of the first choice here, Riders of Justice. So that is one of the choices for next week's movie. A movie that pops out on Friday, Army of the Dead. What was
Dave
this?
Bautista's in that. I'm watching it just for him alone.
Zack Snyder. Yeah, Dave. And look at he's top of the billing too.
Love Dave Bautista. He's a good dude.
So we got that. The Dry.
That one, Patty. Not The Dry. The one before that.
This one. Army of the Dead.
Yeah, that was my choice.
Okay. The Dry, which is Aaron Falk returns to his drought-stricken hometown to attend a tragic funeral.
That sounds exciting.
Okay, that's a crime, drama, and mystery. So somebody's gonna be dying. Yeah, because but his return opens a decade-old wound, an unsolved death of a teenage girl. So that's an option. Kid 90, which we mentioned this last week, which was basically a bunch of the kids that were kids back in the 90s, and now they're adults, and they flash back or talk about what they went through as child actors. So that's a documentary-ish of sorts. Child 90 or Kid 90. Those who wish
it was Kid 90, Kid 44. You know, every
Kid 44. Yeah, I'm having flashbacks to Child 44. Okay, Those Who Wish Me Dead. Angelina Jolie, which I don't know. I can't. She's.
I have it. I probably end up watching it, but it doesn't really jump out at me. And I like.
It jumped out at me. Well, she jumped out at me.
Yeah, I like her. I don't know. She's kind of crazy. I don't know.
Aren't they all?
Yeah. She's a solid actress, though.
Yeah, she's actually
and she's a good director too.
Yeah.
Okay. So then that's one of the choices. Spiral, which is a horror crime mystery.
Yeah, it's out. Yeah.
That's a Saw movie.
Yeah, it's a Saw movie. Yeah.
Yep. So a little horror action.
Yep.
Got that going on with Chris Rock
and Sam Jackson.
Samuel Jackson. Yep. So that's one of the options. Under Gods, which was we offered this last week also, which I did watch this week, which we'll talk a little bit about that towards the end of the show. For the Sake of Vicious. Yeah. Sake of Vicious. I'm not even sure what that. Overworked nurse returns home to find a maniac holding out with a bruised and beaten hostage.
Yeah, it's a gory one.
Yeah, action, horror, mystery. Yeah, that looks a little something. All right. Yeah, got some scary faces in there. All right. Virtuoso. Excuse my tongue, I got twisted.
Yeah, that was last week too.
Yeah, we've had that about 2 or 3 weeks. I'm probably going to drop this because we have yet to pick this.
Yeah.
So that's
what's the rating on that one?
4.9. Maybe it's a strong 4.9.
Oh God!
You never know. Yeah, a lot of times with movies that come out, that they post early before anyone really gets to watch it, and then it gets rated. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I've seen this. I'll stick with the 4.9.
Oh, okay.
So
thank you.
Vanquish. 2021 action crime thriller movie. Oh, hey, you think 4 was bad? We go to 2.6 on this one. Morgan Freeman, Ruby Rose. Yeah. We might want to drop this off the list.
Okay, here's a question there, guys. Spiral's on there. What is it out this week or because it's not out right now?
No, let me just check my server.
May 14th.
I thought I had it.
That's May 14th.
In theaters.
Oh,
Trying to
true.
get to
But I don't have it
Maybe
yet. So.
they didn't. They didn't. I guess they didn't put it on. They didn't put it on Max, huh? HBO Max.
Doesn't look like it because there's nothing out.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
Wait, what
that
was the name of that one again? What was that?
Spiral.
Spiral.
Okay, hold on.
So we have numerous options. You guys check the show notes below, and I have a link to the Telegram group. Jump in the Telegram group, and you're able to vote so that we get to vote. So Riders of Justice, Army of the Dead, The Dry, Kid 90, Those Who Wish Me Dead, maybe not Spiral, Under Gods, For the Sake of Vicious, Virtuoso, and Vanquish. Those are the choices. Pick those out. At the end of the show, we'll decide which one got the most votes. Okay? So here we go. Let's get going. So that's what we got so far. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. So we got that. All right. So we want to go ahead and get started on The Vault, which was the choice for this week, or was it got the most votes? Again, last week we felt like a little bit shallow with the choices. So Vault won out. Who would like to be first on this one here?
I'll go.
All right, Alban, go ahead.
You want to put the thing across the bottom?
Oh, thank you, sir.
I don't know the spoiler thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we even need to have a spoiler thing, seeing as everybody who's watching the show has watched it? Oh, don't want to ruin the Vault for you.
I just want to, make him do some type of work,
Oh, yeah, I'm only got like 4 or 5 things going on, you guys.
I know.
Man.
I don't know how you do it, really.
I got it going on.
I really don't.
I got to watch comments of this.
Movie review in progress.
That's right. Hey, this is a real show. Stop it. Act right.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right, go, Alban.
Okay. The Vault. I really like Freddie Highmore because I'm a big fan of him on The Good Doctor. This movie just really reminded me of that show Money Heist. Have you guys ever watched it? It's
was that a foreign movie?
It was, yeah.
Foreign, yeah.
From like Spanish or something.
Spanish, yeah.
French or Spanish.
And it's really,
actually,
really good.
Sorry, can I just tell you a quick little fact about this? This is Spanish made, eh?
Yes, I believe so.
That's why the name of it wasn't The Vault. It was Way Down or whatever. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it was.
I didn't even notice that.
If you ever get a chance to watch The Vault, and I'll tell, if you ever get a chance to watch Money Heist, if you want to see some really good acting, and a great show where you want to root for the bad guys, you have to watch that show. I can't wait for the new season to come back. I'm so happy it's coming back. It's really, really good. But it's I always like those safe cracking type movies. I know I could see Blue smiling at me because cars are running by.
Yeah.
I like the safe cracking type movies. I always looking out for that double cross that we had in there. I did like the storyline, but I don't know if that's all because of the actor that's in it. What else? I don't think I'll mind the sequel. Freddie Highmore.
No,
that guy there to the left.
Are they making a sequel? I know, like
I don't know, but the way
they left the door,
they left it open. Yeah, and that would be nice to see for me because I liked it. I like that it was set back in 2010. You know what I mean? Because it was like all the technology wasn't so advanced. You know what I mean? I like that about it also. It being around the World Cup and all that action going on down there, and they're able to get away. I said I enjoyed it. I even paused it to go make popcorn. So that says
Ooh,
a
it was a
lot for me.
popcorn movie for you.
Yeah, it was a
I love
popcorn movie for
popcorn.
me. So
Wow.
so for me to do that, it meant something. I guess it's because I only had one movie to really really pay attention to.
So you're making the most of it.
Yeah, I made the most of it. I still watch those. I was really watched more TV this week since I had everyone was talking about so many other shows that we all had to catch up on. So I've been trying to catch up on a lot of that stuff. So thanks everyone.
All right. Who wants to be second?
Andrew.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew, go ahead. All right.
I'll wait for the whatever planes landing.
I'm sorry.
And,
yeah,
just mute yourself, Bobbin.
I'm
Bobbin, just mute yourself.
Window. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just mute whenever you're not talking. All right, go ahead.
I like these kind of movies. I know there's a lot of these types of movies around. That's probably why it's only got like a 6 point whatever it is, because like the plot is so overplayed, and it's but when you're doing a heist movie, like there's not much else you can do with the plot because it's a heist. There's an objective to get something from somewhere. But I liked there is certain heist movies that can get like a bit boring and like a bit overcomplicated with like the way they do stuff. And this one, I liked the plot of it. It kept us interested because they should. Oh my god, he's so negative.
Not the beach.
Yeah, I liked I did like the fact the vault was like it was a vault that no one had ever cracked before, and they didn't know it wasn't something that was done with all this technology that you use today. It's like an old fashioned lock system that no one had ever figured out, which was a bit. I mean, they did figure it out quite easily, I thought. There is a couple of plot holes in it, but I did like the idea of that, and I did like how Auburn said it was like worked around the Spanish World Cup, so that gave it a bit of a it made it more plausible that it could be done, and it made it a bit more real feeling because obviously there's this big World Cup event going on, and everyone's gathered outside, so all the police and army and whatever would have to be focused on that big crowd. So that made it like more believable that this heist could actually be done without getting caught. I did think it was a bit weird though how every single camera had to point into the thing. You think there would still be some cameras pointing towards the building, but like every single camera was pointing away from the building. Mm-hmm. But I guess if there was some pointing to get towards it, there would be a very short movie, wouldn't it? Because they wouldn't get to the I wasn't sure whether like the main character I want to say the main character like Freddie Highmore's character. Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure I wasn't sure about him at first because like when they're doing the interview things that he's having at the beginning, like he made this he founded this solution for an oil company to help a poverty country that it was like mining or drilling for oil or whatever, to help them come up with something to help the locals, like make sure they like still had food and water and stuff like that. And it seemed like he just wanted to invent stuff to help people because he wasn't interested in all in joining these oil companies. But then he goes on this heist mission. Like first of all, he follows the woman without like any idea of who she is or what she's about. Then obviously she steals in front of him. He's like, "Nah, this is not for me." And then she like just says, "Oh, well, would you rather just go back to your boring life or be an accomplice?" And he's like, "Okay, I'll be an accomplice." He goes from this guy who seems like he wants to help change the world to a guy that just wants right. My purpose must be that I'm an accessory to stealing from the. I mean, I get the appeal of wanting to be the first person to crack the this safe that no one's ever figured out before. But I don't know, like it's a kind of jump from going from being a humanitarian, saving the world type person to, yeah, let's go and break into a high security vault and steal something. And I didn't know whether the whole idea, it seemed like the whole idea was they were going to get the coin. They were getting the coins what they've salvaged from the ship. They were getting them so they could give them to a museum. That's what I thought at first, but then it was no. It was because it's got coordinates on them to make them really, really rich. So it's just your typical goal of a plot heist movie. Everyone just wanted to be rich, which I don't blame them. Like, but yeah, it was like there was good bits in it. It was entertaining enough to keep us like I wasn't bored. I wasn't turning away from it. I didn't stop to do the dishes like I have done in the past. Yeah, it wasn't terrible for a heist movie, and for there being a lot of heist movies around it, I'd say that's a pretty good thing. So yeah, and the actors, I cared like all the characters in the main group. I liked all of them. There wasn't any that like didn't have any like you didn't feel anything for them, like what we did with the last week's movie, where you didn't really give a shit about anybody else on the team. But like this one, you kind of seen the actual team and the work together and stuff, and everyone's had their own characteristics. That you like the German guy with the code. And the last thing I will say as well is I liked how the solutions to get the code to access the cameras and the solution to stop the water from filling in the safe were just simple solutions, and not something like overcomplicated. So yeah, I liked how they didn't overcomplicate stuff. It kept it pretty simple, and I think they played it pretty safe with the script in the movie. So yeah, it was good.
Okay.
Todd?
All right. For me, somewhat like what Andrew was saying, as a heist movie, is all right. I do think that the safe part of it was the most unique part of it, but it was also the biggest flaw that 80, 100 years ago, someone came up with this weight system. And how do you ever put anything in the vault if you're worried about the weight? So I was like, how does anybody ever get in there was one of my questions, because you're bringing in just, well, they just dropped those crates in the middle of the floor. It wasn't like it was even put away. It was just boom, drop them in the middle of the floor. That's good. We'll leave it right there. So the vault itself being a weighted system was unique to me.
It was a counterbalance.
Yeah, but all right. So where are they putting the other weight?
Like he's saying, when you walk in, aren't you going to set it off?
Yeah, I mean, whenever someone came and put something in or took it out, you're screwed. I mean, so there had to be a way to turn it off. So that was, to me, it was a neat idea, but then to me, it was also a flawed idea, because how do you ever get anything in there? But nevertheless, I did think it was unique. And as a heist movie, not bad. For me, Freddie Highmore and this actress, Astrid, whoever.
Chick from King Arthur.
Neither one of them can act. I don't know. Freddie Highmore, I feel he was doing his good doctor in this. He was like a guy with autism or something. He had like almost no emotion. He was like a robot when he's talking. Maybe that's his real acting. Maybe he's just used to playing the good doctor, so he used that same thing, that same role in this movie.
Very stone-faced.
Yeah, he was just.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, the answer to that question would be blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't know. So I'm not sure if he just can't act, or he can only act one way, or maybe he does have autism. I don't know. Whichever.
I don't think he has autism, though. Okay. Believe it or not.
Okay, maybe don't. Yeah. Well, then he can't act. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Or he can act. He can only act. He
was good in the Spiderwick Chronicles.
Oh yeah, well, that's right.
Okay, all right. So yeah, all right. So
maybe I loved him in August Rush.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen. I've seen that, but it's been so long. I'd have to watch it again.
Rush is fantastic.
So I didn't. His acting in it just didn't do it for me. Her acting, she was just blah. I did like I liked the Spanish guy. The This guy, I did like him. I thought he was funny. Funny, and he had a character to him. Ian, I did like Ian. He wasn't over the top, but he was okay. And I did like the computer guy. This guy, I did like him too. I thought his character was pretty entertaining to me. The rest of them, this guy, the English dude, and it's like the UN with these because everybody's from a different country. He was just okay.
He was in the Maleficent movies.
Yeah,
he played the lead singer from Joy Division, in a movie a long time ago.
I don't remember that. So I don't know. The movie was okay. I can't say it was horrible, but to me it was more his acting and Astrid. Their two acting bugged me during it. That's what disturbed me on the whole thing. And the same thing with all they needed was the extra radio was enough weight to give them that weight, which all they needed. Now, again, they just needed enough weight to offset the amount of water that was going to go in there. And they didn't need but so much. So that was an interesting twist to it. But then it was amazing how all that water is just going to flush back out and they were already gone. And then the other guy swam against the current, which was
meanwhile, those holes didn't look big enough for anybody to swim out of.
Yeah, I mean,
they showed them.
Yeah, well, it's like when they showed them filling up, they seemed big, but then when they walk in, when the security guy walks in, they seemed like So it was like which size was the holes? So, I thought that was an interesting little twist in how the guy and what bugged me is like when they were in the safe and they were arguing about, oh, give me those. I'm taking them for the queen or whatever he was saying. And I'm thinking, what the hell are you guys still doing in there? You know that it's a weighted situation.
Yeah,
hey, let's argue outside the vault. You know, I'm thinking we'll argue out there. You know, no need to stay in here and argue, but no, we're going to stand in here until it thaws enough. And then the water comes in, the door shuts and da. So, again, as I think Alban and Andrews had plenty of plot holes in this, plenty of spots that didn't work. To me, those didn't bother me as much as his acting did. So that's me. If you like those, it was interesting how the twists and turns of how to break into the safe and how to do all that. That was interesting to me. But there's lots of those kind of movies. And if you're into those kind of movies, you might like this. So that's what I got. Don't know about you guys. Blue.
I love heist movies. Oceans movies. I like Thomas Crown Affair, Italian Job. I like all that. I like the planning that goes in. I like the different characters they usually have in there and everybody with their specialties. This just did not keep my attention. I wanted to like it because I love heist movies. I did not. I don't know. I didn't like anybody in it. I didn't care if they all got caught in the end. I did like this one Spanish dude. I thought he was pretty cute. The computer guy had like 2 lines in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he wore his hat backwards though. Look at him. He looks cool.
Freddie Highmore, no thanks. And I don't mind the kid, but he bored the bejesus out of me. I don't know. There was just so many. Femke Jensen, can you pull her up? I don't know if it ruined it for me because she was in the first like 3 minutes of it. And I cannot look at her face anymore. She's had so much goddamn plastic surgery. Like she was Jean Grey in the X-Men. She's beautiful.
Oh,
we saw her not long ago in something else too. And her face is pure plastic. Todd, is there no pictures of her in the actual
London accent was annoying as well.
You said,
God, it was horrible. So it was like, that set me off a little bit. I'm like, oh God.
You're just past.
And I like in the actual pictures of the movie, there's none of her. Don't bother with that because they're gonna have probably a pretty picture of her. But she's Jean Grey in the next one. So, and she used to be stunning. Yeah. She's had so much plastic surgery that when she turns sideways, you can actually see her cheeks sticking out past her hair, where she's got too much stuff in here. See, that's what she used to look like. See how pretty she is? Yeah. She doesn't look like that anymore.
Well, she didn't even look like that on the blacklist.
I don't know. Yeah, the guy swimming out of a tube that is. I don't care if you're a Navy SEAL or MI6 or whatever. You're swimming out of a tube where the water is rushing in. No, that's not even possible. was ridiculous. There was a lot of stuff, and it was just like the guy, of course, the one guy in the smoking room, and they're able to get up to his room to escape out the window, and yeah, I could not get into this at all, and I don't know, maybe I just wasn't in the mood, but honestly, I think maybe partly she ruined it right away. I'm like, oh God, made me think B movie as soon as I saw her face. That's gross. I don't know why women do that to themselves. I do not get it. And then you got Helen Mirren. She's like freaking 70-something years old, and she looks beautiful, wrinkles and all.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe, that's it for me.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I liked it because I hadn't seen a heist movie in a while. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the some of the plot part of it, again, was interesting, and getting the keys. And again, how did they know to put both keys in? And some of the
that part was too long. Got the one key. Now I got to get the other key. It was like, okay, half an hour later, you got 2 pink keys. Who cares?
Yeah. So I don't know. All right. So if you guys not watched the show before,
when she put the keys down on that thing to copy them,
yeah,
they look humongous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they weren't. That was weird.
Well, maybe it was a small platter.
And they were big keys, weren't they?
They were pretty big.
No, not that big. Because
she had them in her hand.
Down to the kid, it was only like that freaking big. But they looked like they were like that big.
It looked pretty big.
It was weird.
So for anybody that's not watched the show before, so I've posted the link to the show. If you'd like to come on, you have to have watched the show. So you have to have watched the movie.
If
so
not,
that you can so you can tell us what you like or not like about the movie and that kind of stuff. So we got let's see, Roger's over here. Eddie's jumped on the show. So Roger, The Vault. What was your thoughts on this? Roger.
Roger.
All right, Roger, we'll get back to you. Eddie.
Hey, it's 86 degrees outside, okay, or 30 degrees Celsius, and I got a sweater on.
Yeah.
I got the air conditioning on.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't want to be mean, but I was going to say, is it because you're getting old? Because old people like to wear like full pantsuits in the summertime.
Just the air conditioning.
Did I get my mic fixed?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be right back to you, Roger. Go ahead, Eddie.
Okay, I like this movie. The only person I didn't like in this movie was Freddie Highmore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like everybody said, I think he's stereotyped like in the Good Doctor. Did he do anything good? The only thing he ever said, he said, "I'm an engineer." It really woke me up. Okay, big deal. He hasn't really changed. My kid worked with him on Spiderwick Chronicles, and I think he did more action, and he talked a little bit more in Spiderwick Chronicles than he did in this movie. But what I really found strange is when he said he calculated how much, I think it was CO2, to freeze the cylinders from going down. And you see all the cylinders, they're all like these mini cylinders. I don't know how many he had, but I'm just saying, if you're looking at the diameter of those cylinders and everything that's going around it, he tried to freeze it all at the same time. I said, he's going to take a hell of a long time to do that. The other one, going swimming through against the current of the water coming in, that a guy can do that, he's Superman.
Yeah.
The way they got the keys out of the they had to go in and get one key from one part of the building, and then go in and go to the other part of the building and get the other one. That I found strange, because if somebody needed the keys in a certain delay of time, how long is it going to take them to get one key to get to the other key? That sounds a little bit fishy. At the end, when the girl, she goes into the bank, I didn't really get that. She'd already changed the coins before and deposited them in the bank, right?
What are you talking about?
At the end.
The old woman, the woman with bad face.
No,
No, the blonde.
no.
Oh,
No,
No, I think
she
she
did
did the switch in the
she
vault.
did the sleight of hand.
Okay, but it's a movie. Well, it's a heist movie. I like heist movies. What I really liked was all the drawings that he made in the background. Well, he didn't make them; somebody else made them. But it made him look like an engineer. But I'd recommend this movie. But like they could have got a better actor, I think, than Freddie Highmore. You went a little bit more expression, a little bit more action to it, you know.
I guess he wasn't supposed to be action. He was just supposed to be the brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's an engineer, right?
Yeah.
That's okay for me.
All right, Roger.
Sorry about that mic mix-up earlier.
Good.
I had it set to my my VR headset, and I'm
Yeah,
not,
don't let Roger. Don't let it happen again.
I'll try. I'll try my
Yeah,
hardest.
This is a high class show right
I
here.
was gonna say, as Ovid's motorcycle dudes go flying by his house again.
Yeah, right. Hey, remember there was a time we couldn't even hear me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I enjoyed this movie for what it was. I do like heist movies. I agree with most of what was said. Freddie Highmore, he doesn't have any range as an actor. I think he's like Nick Cage. He always plays, Nick Cage always plays Nick Cage. I think Freddie always plays Freddie in pretty much everything he does. Because I haven't watched too many of The Good Doctor, but I watched all of Bates Motel. And other than being psychotic, it wasn't that much different of a character that he played, his acting ability. One of the lines that struck me funny was when they were deciding who was going to go into the bank because they needed an extra guy to freeze the cylinder, and Freddie stepped up and said, "I'll go in." And that guy said, "Hang on, hold on there, Danny Ocean." That was funny. There was plenty of plot holes and plenty of plot super glue applied, but overall, overall, I enjoyed it. And I would watch a second one if they made the end of it. I would watch it again because I like Liam. I like the Spanish guy. I like the little chick when she was blonde. She was hot when she was blonde and not very attractive when she was like two different people.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if Famke or however the hell you say her name, if that was a fake British accent or is she? I don't know.
She's not British.
She's not British.
I want to say she's like European, Eastern European or something.
Okay, all right. She was irrelevant to the movie. She must have needed a paycheck.
Or they just wanted another name to fill.
A filler in.
Yeah, she's Dutch, Robert.
Like her cheeks. Like her cheeks, yeah, exactly. One thing that I really did like about the movie was the soundtrack. They had some old school AC/DC with Bon Scott.
Yeah.
In the credits, they played the Sex Pistols, and then they had this Spanish language song that I'd never heard before. I'm going to actually post a link to it in YouTube so you guys can listen to it, because I'm sure none of you sit through the whole credits like I always do.
Yeah, you guys were waiting for the extra plot at the end.
Yeah, hey.
But I'm gonna post it in the YouTube chat. When it's over, go listen to the song. It's freaking awesome. It's probably my favorite Spanish language song I've ever heard. And that's about all I got.
All right. Thank you, Roger. Awesome. We'll look forward to hearing this awesome song. Penn, what's up? Thank you for joining the show, bud.
Hey, no problem. Hope everybody doing well.
Oh, yeah.
I thought, so this is interesting. I thought the movie was pretty good. I thought they played safe with the script. This was my first time seeing Freddie. I never saw The Good Doctor before. So this is my first time seeing him, like, on the live action. There was 3 scenes in particular that I found interesting here. One of them in where it was in like the boardroom or a meeting, whatever. He was under the table and how he sort of like sounded off the alarm. That was, to be honest, I thought he was a goner there because it wouldn't take much to like for somebody to just move their leg just a tiny bit. He was right there, so I thought that was a bit that was a bit risky in that part. One of the scenes where he was on his computer and Lorraine in the movie came in and said, "Hey, like, this is the order. Let's go put on phone." And he actually found out, I guess, the master plan while he was at the club, which I thought was very surprising because he wasn't really brainstorming at the moment. You're in the club, you're there to party, have fun, but he made an observation, so he was still, on his toes, still trying to study and learn something about the plan so that he can better with his teammates at the time. So I thought that was nicely executed in the club to where he was having fun, but it showed sort of just character development. He wasn't this stale, boring character as if he came across in the movie. He had like a different side to him. So that was interesting. And the vault scene itself, I thought the design was nicely executed. It felt like they was in that space. How the set designers built it up to be that way. The plan with the, I believe, liquid nitrogen was pretty unique. With the freezing of things and how they executed that. I thought it was nice. Using the Spain and the sports as a cover up to just moving between the crowd. I thought, okay, perfect. So it was like the almost ideal escape plan, except there was one person still there. Somebody had to still be there at the end of the day. But I thought overall it was a nice watch. I enjoyed it.
Okay. It is. There's been some other heist movies where they used like a big sporting event to throw it off, which is a great idea. Hopefully, other that police are thinking about that. That seems like a heists are always going to happen at a big sporting event. So what we're going to do is we'll run through the people on the side chat. If you're not on the panel, post it if it's a player pass. And if you're to vote player pass means that you would put your name on it. If one of your friends says, "Hey, I'm looking for a new movie to watch this weekend," if you say play, you'd be willing to tell that friend, "Hey, watch this movie. It's worth." If you would not want your name on this movie, as one of your friends is going to come back and say, "I watched that movie and it was a waste of my 2 hours," that would be a pass. So if you would recommend it, it's a play. If you would not recommend it because you'd hate for the hate to come back on you after they watched it, that would be a pass. So we'll start down at Penn because he's down there in the bottom. Play or pass for this movie, Penn?
I would say play.
Okay. Andrew, play or pass? Play. Roger, play or pass?
It's a play for me.
All right. Eddie?
It's a play for me too.
Eddie's a play. Alban?
I'm a play.
Play with Alban. Miss Blue?
I'm a pass.
Oh, it's a pass.
Going against the grain there, boys.
Yeah, that's all right. And to use the phrase that we've used before, a very soft play. I really want to give it a soft. I give it a play only because but Freddie killed it for me. So let's see. I'll look through here. I can tell what DeBeach is going to say because he's running out of room on his arm for hate on this. If you're in the player pass room, Patty gives it
pile of dog crap pass is what he wrote.
Oh my Lord! Hey, DeBeach needs to get back home so he can come on the show.
Yeah,
Patty's a pass.
I miss you, man.
Yeah, Patty's a pass. So if
Good
you're
girl.
if you're a player pass. In the player pass room, we have a poll where you can vote on that. We also have the poll. You need to hurry up and vote for the movie for next week because we're going to be doing that in just a few minutes. And then we'll just kind of do some soft talk about some other movies that people may or may not want to watch. So we'll give it another minute or two. Alban, what's the vote for this movie for play or pass for this movie in the poll?
It is 7 play, 3 pass.
Okay, so yeah, so it's only like a 70%.
We didn't even get we got him in there.
So yeah, we got about a 70%.
Yeah, 70%
play. So not great. definitely we've had other movies that were much better.
Like
But
100.
yeah, we've had some hundreds.
What was it rated? 5.6.
6.4.
Yep, that'd be
6.4.
right.
Yeah, 6.4.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's a soft one. Yeah.
Now, if I was recommending something this week, I would say Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh yeah. All right. So
actually, although I preferred the first season.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get to that. Let's first, Alban, movie for next week. What do we have? Which one of the movies?
Right now, we have 7 votes for Army of the Dead.
Is anything even close to?
No, nothing. There's 1 vote for Those Who Wish Me Dead, and 1 for Spiral,
which isn't out yet.
This isn't out.
Right, it's not going to be out yet.
So that's 7 votes. So, let's see. So Army of the Dead, I would say you want to call. We'll call that.
Yeah.
Army of the Dead. Okay, so
some people
out on Friday, mine Auburn. So on Friday.
Yeah.
And this is a Zack Snyder. Is that what you said? Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
I think Dave Bautista turned down the Suicide Squad, eh?
Yep.
For this.
Yep.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I haven't really liked Zack Snyder stuff in a while, so
yeah. It's a chance. It's 7.5,
right?
but early. This is 7.5 early. Into but this is actually 7.5, and it hasn't been released yet. So this is just people getting hyped.
Right.
This is the hype before the movie's even released.
And he said,
"What happened with the Vault? Did it change from the 6.4 last week?"
That's what it was right now.
It is still at 6.4. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this time Zach's movie won't be 4 hours long, and it won't be in 4:3 freaking aspect.
No, but it is.
Although you know what, I do have
long.
to say that I did not mind Justice League when he redid it like that. It was definitely better than the original, so I was okay with that.
I mean, do we know that Army of the Dead's going to be available though? It says in theaters. Is it going to be HBO Max?
It's on Netflix.
HBO Max. Thursday or Friday.
I didn't.
Is it Netflix that's coming on?
Hold on.
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
It's right at the bottom.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I had my little stop sharing was covering it up. So okay. All right. Well, I look forward to seeing that. That'll be an interesting movie. It'll be an interesting movie.
And he said it's not a sequel to Dawn of the Dead, which he did the remake of. Like everyone just assumed it was a sequel to that. It's just like an own independent thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So we got that going on. So anything else?
I'm recommending Love, Death, and Robots. If you guys like, if you've never seen it before, it's on Netflix, so you can get it everywhere. Season 1, I really liked. It to me is better than season 2. But what it is it's individual stories. So each episode has nothing to do with the last episode. They're each of them different, and they use different styles of animation. So some of them, and even one of them was actually like live action, but with this weird stuff in it. But it's really, really neat. I like them. So some of them are phenomenal.
Season 1 was awesome.
Season 1, I like the first one with Sunny, the monster fighting, and I really like the one about the werewolf in the army. That was freaking good.
I did. I watched Love, Death, and Robots this week, and I enjoyed it. I was disappointed there was only 8 episodes.
And they weren't. And the last one was just sad. It was like,
yeah,
went over the bang. Like, don't put that last.
Was that the one where the guy
was a giant?
The dead guy there on the beach. Yeah. I liked the first one, the one where the robot.
Yeah,
I like that one. Yeah, and it is neat because the animation is done different for every episode.
Yeah, some of them they almost look real. Oh, and I liked Snow in the Desert. That one's good too. Lots of violence.
Yeah,
but they're really violent. You see.
Yeah. And was Michael B. Jordan in that one?
That looked like him, eh?
Didn't it look like Michael B. Jordan, the one where he's on that?
I don't
looked like him,
but it did look like him totally.
Yeah, I swear it was. But computer generation,
100%. I might have to double check that now.
Yeah, I don't know. So that was.
So with this Army of the Dead, I got to add it to Trakt because I forgot last week.
Sorry, I was just going to recommend that Netflix documentary. It's like a limited one. It's like 4 episodes. It's called Sons of Sam. I watched that the other week, and it's really good.
Okay.
So it's like based on like it's true story. It's like a real life documentary. Guy goes around shooting people and he gets arrested for it, and I think the case is closed except for one journalist who believes there's more to it. It's like a cult type excerpt. It's kind of the story of that. It's quite good. It was interesting enough, and it's only 4 episodes.
Well, you were too young for Son, right?
He doesn't remember that.
You don't know.
No, it was like 73 or something, was it?
Yeah, Son of Sam.
Yeah,
Son of Sam was 76.
Famous
like 10 years before I was born.
Yeah.
So,
We lived this already, so you know.
I forgot you guys were from over there, man. I'm aiming at the people from my side of the pond.
Yeah.
Hey,
Roger.
When they caught him,
Sons of Sam,
my brother
good,
was in the same hospital, and I was going to visit him, and that's when they pounced on him to catch him. Son of Sam.
Was it? Oh, was it at a hospital?
Yeah, Kings County Hospital.
Oh, right.
Son of Sam, they caught it. Did they not catch him because of a unpaid parking ticket?
Something like that, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was. Well, in the documentary, they said that he was like they were sitting outside of his apartment, and he came out to his car, and then they stopped him, and they said to him, "Are you such and such?" And he went, "You know, I'm the son of Sam or something," and you got us.
No, he had that.
No, I guess
He liked people that were would park to make out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
my mom
good,
watches serial killer stuff. I know them all.
There's something else on Netflix that caught my eye as well. I haven't watched it yet. It's that Jupiter's Legacy.
It's good.
It's great. I loved it, Andrew.
Yeah.
I watched the trailer for it today. It was interesting.
Yeah, I looked at the trailer today and I was like, "Do I watch that or not watch that?" And I was like,
worth watching.
Right.
That's like Invincible on Amazon Prime Video there. If you like animated, Invincible, it's adult cartoon. It's very good.
Yeah.
I
watched a documentary on National Geographic. It's called Silence of the Whales. Silence of Whales.
Oh, I was going to watch that.
4 episodes, beautiful. You learn a lot about whales. Oh, man.
They are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched that whale documentary a while ago called not a while ago. It was like a couple of weeks ago. It was that Blackfish documentary.
Blackfish.
You know, the one on the killer whale. I'd never seen it before, and I just decided, I'll give this a watch. It was interesting.
So, did you talk about F1 last week?
Oh yeah, I finished F1. Awesome, a good show, good drama thing. And I did watch Undergods, which is going to lose itself off of our poll because it's been up there for 3 weeks. And plus, it was only a 4 something or a 3. It definitely a different kind of movie. And we watched the trailer. If anybody watched the trailer, it's all over the place. The movie's all over the place in a way, but they pull it all together. The cinematography for that movie is really good. I don't know any of the actors. I want to say it said Estonia. It said that it took place in Estonia, so I think it's a foreign movie. The actors I thought did a decent job. The story came together, but it was a real weird movie. Definitely the set reminded me of Eastern European Chernobyl, like empty buildings. And I was saying to Blue before the show, it reminded me of when you've played Call of Duty and there was a couple maps that were in Chernobyl where it was like 2 apartment buildings that were side by or across from each other and they're all blown out. Those buildings were like that all around there. So the way it looked good. And then it had that blue, you know, when they film it like it's cloudy, like it's real
like
blue. Yeah. The whole movie's filmed with that haze over everything. And so there's different stories of different people going on and you're trying to figure out how do they all come together. And in the end they do, but there's parts of it that just make you shake your head like, what? But
just like the trailer.
Yeah. I won't say I hated that I watched it. I won't say I hated I watched it, but you definitely, you're going to, maybe if you have nothing to do and you're like, yeah, I want a kind of a mind screw. Yeah, it's a bit of a mind screw.
Couple movies that I really, really like, and they're old now. They're Russian. Day Watch and Night Watch. I don't know if any of you have ever seen them. They're freaking good, though. They're like weird, supernatural, kind of light and dark, fighting each other. And Very cool, but Russian. But you can get them
Is
dubbed.
Jim Spellman one of them?
Who?
Oh no, I must be thinking of a different Day Watch.
Yeah, they're full on Russian.
All right, no,
They're really weird.
Wasn't there a movie on last week called Oxygen?
Yeah.
Yes, that was an option for.
There's a dubbed version of it out right now. Apparently, it's French.
Yes, a dubbed version, but I don't need a dubbed version. But I started watching it; it's pretty good. I got about maybe half an hour into it. Then I have to get.
If you want to watch the American version, it's called Buried, and it stars Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Yeah, where he has the cell phone. Yeah, that's we talked about it because it reminded me of just like it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a. Yeah, so you watched some of that, Eddie? You were liking it?
I was liking it, yeah. Well, I only did about maybe half an hour of it, but I forgot to get back in because I had another series that started already. It's what is it? The Underground Railroad.
Oh yeah.
So I started watching that.
Yeah, I saw that. That's what's that? Is that Netflix or Amazon?
It's one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them released it.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Roger.
Yes.
Did you watch that 4.5-hour Revenge of the Sith yet?
I have not yet. I was going to ask you for the link, or is it on your Plex? I really haven't.
On my Plex. It's phenomenal. Like, what a difference.
I will watch it.
Oh, my God. So, yeah, I think I talked about it last week. There's a 4.5-hour version of Revenge of the Sith. And what they've done is they've taken some parts from the Clone Wars 2003 animated series, and then they've taken it from the 2008 animated series, and it fills in all these holes that they had, and oh my God, it's so emotional, and I was like wrecked after. It was so good.
I watched The American Gangster with Denzel Washington.
Yeah, is that Russell Crowe too?
I beg pardon?
Is Russell Crowe in that as well?
Yeah. Yes. That is a good show. But,
I love that movie.
I'm using it as a follow-up because I'm watching Godfather of Harlem.
There you go.
In other words, American Gangster is a continuation of Bumpy Johnson.
Bumpy Johnson.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you guys watch The Nevers?
I'm watching The Nevers.
No, I haven't yet because I was waiting for it to come out. It came out on Sunday. I was going to marathon it on the weekend, and then I didn't want to marathon it without the last episode.
Okay.
So I'm watching that this weekend.
I won't say nothing then.
Please don't.
Did you? Well, you're talking about the last episode.
Don't say anything.
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm talking about the last episode. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. We'll wait till next week to talk about it.
Yes.
Getting everyone wound up.
Yeah.
So
my little brother and I can't remember. It was whenever Goodfellas came out. We had to drive 65 miles to the nearest video store. So we went and got this tape and drove all the way home. And we stopped at my brother's house to get some weed, actually, before we went to watch. Yeah, before we went to watch it. And he goes, "Hey, have you seen this movie yet?" And we said, "No, we just went and rented it. We're gonna go home and watch it." He goes, "Well, I won't tell you anything about it, but you just won't believe when he turns state's evidence at the end of it."
What a dick.
Exactly.
And by the way, Bruce Willis is dead.
Well, hey, maybe you wouldn't remember it once you're all smoked up. Maybe you couldn't remember that was going to happen at the end of the movie.
Oh, I was already an advanced smoker by that time.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, a professional.
Yeah. There wasn't much to do in the country, but smoke weed and drink beer. So.
So you still drink beer, right?
No, I quit drinking beer when I had my first kid.
Dang.
Hi.
Penn, you around still? Let's see if he has any. Do you have any recommendations of stuff you've seen?
Lately I've been watching. Still watching the FBI series.
Oh yeah,
that comes on, and I think that's really nice. I have to check out Most Wanted.
Yeah, you got to check that out.
It's pretty good too.
Yeah, it is.
As far as TV series, I'm still a little behind the slope. I got some things I have to catch up on. Let's see. I'm going to start LA's Finest season 2. I saw the original when it first came out. I believe that's a Spectrum original series. if I'm not mistaken. I have to finish Almost Paradise, P Valley. I know that's
P Valley. You know how far back you are?
Hey, I got like a couple more episodes to finish.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
It's got to be ready for
Is
the next
right?
season.
The new season already.
Yeah. It's this. I think it's this Hulu series, The Teacher. I'm like halfway through that, so I'm watching some anime too. So I'm kind of like out all over the place.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
I'm the same.
Yeah. But I try to watch one thing at a time, but
you caught up on all your Power, right?
Oh yeah, Power,
Okay.
yeah, definitely. I caught up on. Yep, I'm all up to date on Power for sure.
Okay, because that's coming back real soon.
Oh yeah, yep, I'll be ready for it.
Yeah. Anybody get into Power Book 2?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I never got into that. I couldn't get into it.
Great.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, 3 is going to be really good. Raising Canaan. That's going to be. Oh man, that's going to be good.
I never watched it. Is it just a soap opera?
What, Power? No,
Yeah.
it's a drug dealer in New York. It's his whole story. His name is Ghost. You got to watch it.
I might watch it. I thought it was a soap opera.
It's like living life and not watching The Wire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to watch Power.
I might watch it then.
But I like Power, but I couldn't get into Power Book 2.
No, I did. It finally came around. Yeah, it came around.
I'm going to have to recheck it out again.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it in season 2 now?
That was season 2. Was season 2, but then we're going into season 3.
Oh, okay.
Book 3 is Canaan.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna roll because we're at an hour, so we're gonna try to keep it somewhere in there, and then we'll go to the after show where we can all just BS and have a good time, and just people can
say weed as much as we want.
Yeah, well, we could say weed all we want. Anyways, I don't think that's one of Google's keywords that they're looking for. So the movie for this week is Army of the Dead. So keep an eye out to get that episode or this show in for next week. Hopefully we're back on my regular channel, Army of the Dead. It releases this Friday, so we got just a couple days away, and that will be out there. Try to beat Alban and Roger in being able to watch it, because they wake up first thing in the morning to watch. Because normally they had the movie done early, and we gave some suggestions of some other stuff. So, Robert,
we don't work. We don't work.
Yeah.
The ones that work.
And another thing, talk about Friday. I think that what we might do Friday is post out what we would want for next week, because I know there are a lot of people who jump into the channel and they don't get to watch us on a Wednesday night, and we'll give them a chance to vote in on what we're gonna choose. I know next week, as we're talking about next week, there are, I know 4 of them out there. Profile is one of them that's coming out that looks pretty good. New Water, Seance, and Dream Horse. And those are some of them that are coming out, but there'll still be more. I know we'll have Spiral on there. We should have a copy of that out there, but we won't put any Undergods or anything out there like that.
Yeah, we'll weed out some of those ones that's popped in there that's been out there for 2 or 3 weeks.
I'd rather have 3 new ones than 10 ones that we post every week.
That ain't gonna get any votes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, people, feel free to, hit us up and suggest stuff for me, because otherwise I end up waiting to the last minute, and I hate waiting to the last minute. So, I'll put something out there, and this way we have some time to vote on it.
Yeah, but Alban, could you post, let's say, a preliminary early, let's say with 3 or 4 movies, and then as time goes on, could you add the movies?
No, when you do a poll, the poll is
the poll is the poll.
Yeah,
you can't add to a poll.
Okay.
After the fact.
There's no edit, I guess.
No, I don't believe so. You know, unless we create a new. But I don't want to keep creating so many polls that
just
people
mention
ready
it
to shoot
before the
themselves.
show.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning of the show, we'll say, is there any other suggestions? Or you know what, guys? During the week, post them right in Telegram for Robin.
Yeah.
And tag him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he
because,
loves being tagged.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
him feel real special.
Oh yeah. Yeah. When I finally check, I'm not like you guys. I don't know how you guys can read so much. I'm too busy trying to watch TV than trying to stare at the screen to read
Unless
so many
I'm
messages.
tagged, I will. If there's 500 messages, I jump right to the very end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I miss anything,
sometimes I try scrolling through a lot of it, and it's just like,
I can't.
how do you guys do this? You know, I
Professional.
Listen, well, I don't know how you became a professional because you grew up the same time I did. You know, we didn't. You know, we came up with BBSs. Okay.
Yeah, my wife doesn't. My wife doesn't live here with me, so I have plenty of time.
Oh,
and I
okay.
got a little bug that's flying around me, trying to drive me crazy.
Uh-huh.
All right, so let's go ahead. We'll run through everybody saying anything before we roll out of here, and then we'll just do the after show. So again, the after show we don't broadcast that; we cut the show off. So, Penn, thank you for joining us. Anything you want to say before we go?
Oh yes, I want to thank the panel for letting me come on and talk about the vault for this week. I appreciate everybody that was in the chat, and everybody that's in the Telegram group that's participated in voting. Tune in next week, and let's keep this show rolling. Appreciate everybody. Stay safe, and see you next week.
Thank you, Ben. Andrew, anything you want to say before we go?
No, I'm just tired. Ready for bed.
Yeah, he hammered through one movie today. Because we know Andrew usually watches it the day of.
Yep.
What about you, Roger?
Thanks for the invite. Always have fun. It was a good show. Everybody, check out that song that I posted because it's pretty freaking good.
Do you already post it?
Yeah, it's in play a pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Roger. I mean, Eddie. Anything you want to say before we go?
Hey, a good show. I like this format. This we pick out one movie and we just watch a movie, and if we got time, we can always watch another movie. But I like this format. This format gives you more time, and I know Albin, he's on the ball right away. It's easier for him for one movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you put back in the doghouse.
Hey, babe.
Right?
Yeah.
Babe, I put something in the our chat here. Can you when we're all done, can you pop it up on the main screen for everybody? Just when you're done. Keep on going.
Yep. All right, go. Albin.
Thanks everybody. Remember to check Telegram later and get your votes in, and thanks for everyone being here, and see you guys on Friday. Hopefully more likely we'll still be on this channel.
Yeah, we'll be here Friday because I got till Monday.
Yeah.
Before I'm out of trouble. Blue.
Peace out, brothers and sisters.
Awesome. And she wanted me to share this image.
It's gross.
Oh, perfect.
Wow, she went from beautiful to
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
She looks like now.
Kris Jenner.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh
Oof.
man.
I mean,
Yeah,
isn't that crazy?
Them cheeks are full.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Like, nobody looks good like that. I'd rather you look like Amy Madigan, who we watched her in a movie not long ago. There, and she was friggin' wrinkled to hell. I prefer that to that. Because they all look the same. It's like they're now all clones of each other. All these women that get this plastic surgery crap done. Okay, so there, I just thought I'd share that with you. That really me that movie.
I wonder if she can lift her eyebrow.
Doesn't look like it. I don't think anything moves on there.
Why do they all look like cats?
I know.
They do. They totally do.
It's ugly.
You know what? You know what the funny thing is that I don't know if you guys remember. It was like the second Snake Plissken movie. I think it was probably Escape from L.A. instead of Escape from New York. And do you remember when he comes across the doctor there? That's the plastic surgeon, and he's got all the nurses, and they all look exactly the same.
Yeah.
And they all look like that.
Yeah.
So Friday, We should be on this channel for my Streaming Matters show, so that'll be on here. I did post a video just a little while ago, and that was on creating a wizard. I talked on last Friday's show that I would do that, so I created a wizard. I apologize for my microphone. I didn't realize that it was a little bit staticky on my microphone. I'm not sure what was up. I had to reboot my computer.
Honey, you're slacking.
Yeah, well, it does sound better this time, right? I mean,
yeah. I would have said something to you.
In my video, I don't. But I didn't reboot. I rebooted before this show, so I think
it doesn't make you just sound kind of raspy and sexy.
No, it doesn't. It's
his voice ain't that deep, all right?
like a cigarette smoker. Hey, you still owe 3 months rent.
Hey, Dad, how come I don't get your I subscribe to Cocoscope, and then I ring the bell, but I don't get when you come up with a new movie. I don't get anything.
I don't know how Cocoscope is so weird how they do stuff. So yeah, I try to post it. If you're following, you're in my Streaming Matters group. I usually try to post a link in there so that people know when I post on there, because Cocoscope, again, no ads. It's free. It's it's easy for people to use, but yeah, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that you get on YouTube.
Literally.
But I don't have to worry about getting my videos taken down. So, and that's a plus. So I'll be back hopefully next week. We'll be on the regular channel, so on my normal channel next week. So thanks for everyone watching The Vault with us. Thank you for the new format. We'll go to the after show, and we'll see you on Friday. And thanks for joining us on Play or Pass.
Yeah.